Here today we have Zohaib from Australia, who is going to finish your placement in China. It's very fast.
Yeah, time I think really flew by very, very quickly, and it feels like just yesterday that Queena was running to pick me up from the airport and it was snowing 2 days later. So yeah, time really, really flew by, but it was a really good experience nonetheless.
Yeah. Why did you decide to come to China?
Initially it was because of my father, I think. My father works in China a lot, and in Beijing especially, so he really encouraged for me to come to China and to experience life over here, because it is vastly different from Perth especially. So that was the first thing, but secondly I really wanted to experience life here, just because I know it is such a fast-moving place, and for me, I'm very interested in business. For me to come over here and just experience how life is was really eye-opening. So those were the main motivators for coming here. I also love to work with children, so for me, Walperia was a really good fit in the end too.
Okay, so what did your father tell you about China?
He told me that China moves a lot faster than Australia. People tend to work a lot more and a lot harder as well, so those were the primary things. But also just that over here, I think he said that things just happen. In Australia it's very slow to see progress and it's very slow to see change, but he mentioned that over here there are so many businesses and so many companies that address so many problems and so many that answer so many questions, so it's just a lot faster here. So to come over here and get that business experience was or just experience how life is over here was really key for me in my own personal development.
Yeah. So after you come to see yourself, how do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like I got a lot more than what I bargained for. I think the whole experience, making so many new friends, especially from so many different parts of the world, learning so much Mandarin, getting to spend time with a really great host family and go through so many good experiences with my host family as well. I think I really got more than what I bargained for, but at the same time I feel that I learnt a lot about China, but also just a lot about what we could be doing back home. But I feel like I have a lot to take back with me from China, a lot of lessons that I've learned from China. So I think I really valued the experience here. Yeah, I feel great now.
How's your Mandarin now?
我会说一点汉语. I can speak a little. I think I can understand a lot more than I can speak. It's difficult to get around the tones. I think the tones are very, very hard for me. But I think it's a really fun language to learn, especially because the characters all have a story behind them. And Zheng Laoshe and studying at Beihai at the university is a really fun experience as well. So yeah.
Okay, good. And can you tell us about your host family and kids?
Yep, so my host family, I have one boy, his name is Woody. He's 8 years old, and he's a very typical boy. You know, he's interested in fighting and playing Lego and watching superhero movies and making fun of me for whatever reason, or teasing me. So he's a very typical 8-year-old boy. He's wonderful. He works very, very hard, and I admire his his determination to get as much homework done as he does. And then there's of course the host mum and the host dad. They, I think, are very busy, so even just with Woody, so it's always a very, I think, fast-paced environment in my host family. Everything is always go. So it was fun. I think it's very fun. That's how I live my life as well. So it fit in very well.
Okay. And how does this program change your future life?
I think it opens a lot more of my eye to China. I would love to come here to potentially study a little bit of my master's here, maybe do exchange here, especially at Tsinghua Daxue. It's renowned for its ability to teach computer science and engineering. I'd like to do my master's in a related field, so for me to potentially come here and experience university life, I think is a really encouraging factor for me to come back to China. But beyond that, I think in business sense, or in terms of as far as business goes, it's important to, or not important, but it's I think it's a key player to making a business, especially overseas. So I think I definitely will be coming back to China at some point. I love the life here, especially in Beijing. It's very fun.
What memories will you take back to your home country?
Ooh, that's a good question. In particular, I have memories of just spending time with all of the other au pairs. That was really positive for me. I really valued the friendships that I made with a lot of the other au pairs and with the au pair staff too. So for me, those memories probably stand out the absolute most, but I also enjoyed, some of the other activities, like going to the Great Wall and going to Shanghai for a few days, and also Xi'an, and getting to see the terracotta warriors. I think culturally I have a lot of memories that stand out as well, and I feel like I got to experience the true grassroots of China as a result from just seeing so many different things. But yeah, and beyond that, also just think spending 3 days in a row with Woody digging up a rock with plastic shovels. That was a very good memory. He woke me up one day at 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday, and he said, let's go play, and so I put on my shoes and we went outside. It was very cold in the morning and we were digging up a rock that he really wanted to dig up this rock. So that's a good memory I have too.
For 3 days?
Not non-stop, but we started on the Friday and then we did some more digging on Saturday, and then on Saturday night we dug some more, and then on Sunday we dug even more, and then eventually he found out that it was just a rock and not a dinosaur bone, so he didn't want to dig anymore.
How was your travel in China?
It was great, yeah. I was very lucky to be able to go to a few different cities. I managed to go to Xi'an. From Xi'an I went to Huashan and managed to climb the mountain. That was very, very fun. And then also went to, that was very early on as well. After that I got to go to Shanghai with another 3 au pairs actually. That was a really cool experience as well, to actually have company on one of my holidays. It was nice for a change. And then very recently, maybe only 2 weeks ago now, I was just in Chengdu and Chongqing, so I got to see the pandas, and I got to experience little Hong Kong too, so that was really cool too. So I really enjoy taking photos, so China's a beautiful place to take a lot of photos. So it was, my travel was extensive and very fun as well.
Yeah, and you are going to travel to a few other places after you finish.
Yeah, so I've got the next 2 weeks just going through China internally, so I'll go to Suzhou on Friday, and then I'll go back to Shanghai actually, then I'll go to Guilin, after that Guangzhou, and finally Shenzhen. After that I'll come back to Shanghai, and I'll meet my brother in Shanghai, and we'll spend a little while there before Beijing, and then going to North Korea after that. So, yeah, a good 15 days or so of traveling.
曾经跨过山和大海，也穿过人山人海。我曾经拥有着的一切，转眼都飘散如烟。我曾经失落、失望、失掉所有方向，直到看见平凡才是唯一的答案。我曾经毁了我的一切，只想永远的离开。我曾经堕入无边黑暗，想挣扎无法自拔。我曾经像你像他像那野草野花，绝望着渴望着，也哭也笑地平凡着。我曾经跨过山和大海，也穿过人山人海。我曾经问完整个世界，